Hey, welcome back guys, it's Benji from Laser Juice and I'm here to teach you the 8 steps that if followed correctly are guaranteed to push you out of the low leagues as any race. Let's get started. First step, get a build order. The first step right after you choose a race is to find a build order. It may seem normal to simply play by making units and buildings as it feels right, or when you have enough minerals to make it, but there are timings that pros use to make your mineral spending much more efficient. I will provide links in the description to build orders for all races, and you should follow them and memorize them eventually. My method to memorize builds is to play against the AI over and over following the build. First slowly getting all the steps right until you can follow it only looking at it sometimes, and eventually you will memorize it. You may not know why you have to build units and buildings at the times the build tells you, but that's not important now. As you improve and get to a higher level of play, you will need to get builds specific for each mashup. Okay, step number 2. Realize the importance of workers. Workers are the most important units in the game. I have analyzed many bronze and silver level games, and it seems like players just forget to build workers after about minute 10 or something. Get your mind around the idea to almost never stop building workers unless you're in the worst of circumstances. Building workers alone makes a major difference between bronze and higher leagues. If you follow the build correctly, you will certainly see how many workers you will have and how the more workers you have, you will be able to have and make a bigger army faster than your opponent and win. Upgrades. Upgrades are certainly very important to gain an advantage over your enemy, as usually players in lower leagues completely forget them. Upgrades may be included in your build, but in case they are not, do not forget them. Upgrade timings are usually around minute 7, at least for Zerg, but it is something you'll learn through practice and watching other people play, which will be discussed later on. Unit counters and compositions. Although in bronze this may not be so important, it is certainly a tool that may get you an advantage over your enemy to have unit counters memorized and know what unit compositions to make in each matchup. In the description, I will provide a link to the unit counter list. Also, remember that it is unideal to simply make units as you please. There are strategic unit compositions viable for each matchup, and the only way for you to understand these compositions is to watch other pro players play, which is, again, discussed later on. Expansions. This comes along with the idea of memorizing a build order, but it is still one very repetitive thing that I have seen in lower leagues. People simply forget that they have to expand, apparently. The second thing is, once they expand, they only put very few workers mining off that base. Remember to transfer workers once you have completed your expansions, ideally having 16 workers mining minerals at each base. Scouting. Scouting is one of the most important things when playing StarCraft. It is vital to know what the other player is up to at all times. Especially in the lower leagues, there is a high chance of people going for all-ins, perhaps a 6-pool or maybe a rush like a 4-gate. There are many scouting methods, such as building a set of Lings or an Overseer as Zerg, scanning as Terran, or building hallucinated units and observers as Protoss. You first need to understand and read what your opponent is going for once you see it when you scout. This, however, only comes with practice, more experience, and watching replays, which takes me to my next few points. Watching replays. Watching replays is a great way to gain experience and understand what other races may go for, and to learn what you did wrong to later improve it. For example, if you lost and you don't know what you did wrong, you can watch the replay and maybe see that you forgot to scout, or you made too many drones and too few units, or vice versa. By watching replays, you can start understanding what to look for when you scout and understanding what your opponent is going for. Watching pro or high ranked players. In order to improve, you need to see how pro players play. There are many streams on the Twitch website of StarCraft gameplay, which is very helpful to improve. I recommend you to watch the streams diligently and only interact with the chat if you have questions on why the player did certain things. Lots of people get distracted with chat and don't even watch and understand the stream, which is not what you want. Try to understand why the player did what he did and how his reactions to things are, etc. You can also find in Twitch many players offering free coaching or paid, where they offer you individualized feedback. They can tell you what you did wrong in replays and help you improve. LaserJuice has a Twitch channel. The link is in the description. Remember, if you're stuck in bronze or silver and can't seem to rank up and are very eager to improve, send us a message or a comment and we will gladly help you with your replays and offer you some coaching, and you will more than likely rank up. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching this video. Remember to ask us for help if you need it, and check the links in the description. We hope that you improve, and we'll see you in the next video.